clean the screen again. I must remember to do that before I start next time. So I'm all in my purpley teal today. And I thought today, I always have this spontaneous thing before a live of, I kind of like it now. I kind of leave it to the last minute to decide what I'm going to do. And then I think of a theme. And today I thought, you know what? There's so many things when you do a beauty channel. Hello there. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Maria. There's so many things that you get new. And then something else comes along. And you don't get a chance to really get to use it a lot because something new comes along. Hello, Maria. I will give you an update about Lucy. Thank you for asking. So today's theme is going to be makeup that's still quite new, but I haven't got round to using very much. Okay. Or makeup that's not new, but I haven't got round to using very much. Now, Lucy is very well, thank you. She's on a road to recovery. She was discharged this Monday, just past. I brought her home. She's still quite weak because I think it's going to take her a good few weeks to get over it. She had pneumonia. She didn't have COVID. But she had pneumonia and yeah, it's just going to take her quite a while to recover. She may actually join us. She said she might join us. She's gone to have a rest. So depending on whether or not she feels sleepy or not, otherwise she might sit in bed and join us. If she does, we'll say hello to her. But yeah, she's on the mend. Thank you for asking. We had some other sad news in our family this week that Mick's mum died. So obviously, but we kind of knew that she was getting very poorly. So that's, yeah, Jack's granny. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. And obviously I'm supporting my other half with that. Yes, you do always feel better when you're home. Now, so I am going to jump in and this is what made me think about makeup that I haven't used for a while or I barely used. I got a new tube of this recently and then didn't get around to using it. Now, I've been really lazy this week and last week. Not lazy because I've been running around all the time, but lazy when it comes to skincare. And as a result, you can see all my pigmentation starting to pop up and say, hello, hello, I'm here. Where's my vitamin C? Where's my retinol? Why aren't you putting it on me anymore? That's my skin. I'm doing an impression of my skin. Hello, I'm a brown spot. You haven't been putting retinol on me. What are you doing, Ali? Yes, you do get through it. Thank you, Maria. So, yes, so that's my skin saying, hello, hello. Where's my retinol? Where's my vitamin C? Now, it's saying, thank you this morning because I put on a really good vitamin C. Now, the vitamin C that I used this morning, hello there, Nina. The vitamin C I used this morning, I thought, I've got to finish this up because you're not supposed to keep vitamin C for very long. And the vitamin C that I used is by Medicate and it's super ferulic. And it's about the same price range actually as the Trini one. And I looked it up and it's the same type of vitamin C as in the Trini one. And I was so tempted to buy the Trini one. And I looked at that and thought, finish that first because it's the same type of vitamin C. You're at work, we'll watch as soon as you're home. Okay, Stacey. Hello, Stacey. So as my pigmentation is starting to pop through a little bit, mainly because I've been a bit slack with my skincare, I thought I'm going to reach for this foundation. Now, this is the sort of foundation that I reach for when my pigmentation is popping out all over the place. And I want a foundation that's going to cover it up really easily. It's insane coverage, but you don't have to cake yourself in it because it's such insane coverage. This is the Double Wear Maximum Cover. You're not going to get better coverage than this. This is going to cover everything. And don't worry about using concealer, because this is a concealer as well. I mean, you really can't get better than this in terms of coverage. And I used this a lot when I was around the perimenopause and my pigmentation was really popping through big time, to the extent that people were going, oh, Ali, where are all these brown spots appeared on your face? You know, people that I knew well, like my sister, they could see it and they noticed it. This is what I used. And I got another bottle of it because they brought out a few different shades. They use it with the Red Cross for burns victims, and I have two when my facial scars are pronounced. It's flipping amazing, covers tattoos, etc. Yeah, so I thought I'm going to do a demo. It is flipping amazing, Nina. I'm going to do a demo. Now, what I need, actually, I didn't get a good brush to put this on. I'm just going to go and grab a brush, because what you really need is a big brush. If you start putting it on with a little brush, it's going to look cakey. But you need a sort of, there's a brush that I like to put it on with. I'm going to see if I can just grab it, and excuse the mess behind me. I should get one of those things, filters, shouldn't I, behind? Because at the moment, all you see is chaos. And Mick likes to use this room as a bit of a laundry room. He likes to overtake my beauty room with laundry. But at least he does the laundry, so I don't complain. And he's very good at doing the laundry. So excuse any clothes and whatever you see when I get up. I'm just going to grab, I'm going to grab a brush, if I can see it, that I like to use with it. Okay? Talk amongst yourselves a second. If I can see it here, I might not have to get up. I think it might be in here, the one that I'm looking for, or at least one that will work quite well with it. Not that one. Not that one. Where's the one I was looking for? Oh dear. I really need to get myself organised a bit more. No. I'm going to use... I use this one. This is quite densely packed. It's not a big chunky one. There's one that I love using, and I just don't want to get up and start fiddling looking for it. But there's one that's a big, chunky, thick brush that I love to use with it. It's like a bamboo one. But this one is one I'm going to use. This is actually a Real Techniques one. Now, the reason I picked this one is because it's densely packed. It's not big, but it's densely packed. And it's going to really buff it in. And I'm going to just take some on the back of my hand. And I'm using the shade. Now, I used to get another shade because it didn't come in a lot of shades. But I'm using the shade 3W2. It is quite important with this that you get a good shade match because of it being so densely covered. But I'm going to go in on one side. Let me do, which side shall I do? Let's do this one, because look at all this here. Let's do this side, right? And you'll see. But it is insane. Absolutely insane coverage. And it's going to look like I've really painted my face. I don't think this shade's as good as the one I used to get, to be honest. It's a little yellow, but I can correct that in a minute. Let me just put... Now, that was not even a pump. It was like a tiny bit on there. And that's the advantage. You really don't have to use a lot. Let's just do half on my face. And of course, as I say, you can just use it. That little bit that's left on my hand, I can use as a concealer. It's on offer in Boots at the moment. Thank you. Nina's my researcher. Nina is my professional researcher. So Nina has just looked it up. It's on offer in Boots at the moment for £28 and also in ASOS if anyone is interested and they live in the UK. Now, can you see what I mean? Pigmentation gone. But can you see the amount of insane coverage? You can actually see the line. That's me. That's my skin. That's the foundation. Me. Foundation. It is insane. And of course, I'm going to have to... Now, you can see my skin is not as yellow toned as this foundation because I am not really neutral and I'm not really warm. I'm somewhere in between, which is why it's looking yellow. But we can sort that out in a minute. That ain't a problem. Now I'm going to take another little bit. Now that's what I've got. That's what I've got. It's not even a pump. Take it with a dense brush and off we go. Hello, Rebecca. I'm using the insane coverage of Estée Lauder Maximum Cover because I'm tired of looking at my pigmentation, which I've been lazy in terms of treating this week. And of course the sun is coming out, so I'm being really lazy and just covering it all in one go with Estée Lauder Maximum Cover. So if you really suffer from melasma and you're fed up, and the good thing, because it's such insane coverage, you don't have to put a lot on. So it doesn't feel cakey. Not lazy, smart. I'm going to take some down my neck because at the moment I have a yellow head and I have a pink neck. But we're going to make myself look a little bit pinker in a minute. I just want to take a little bit with my finger and I'm going to use it as a concealer. This is great when you're on stage, this makeup as well. Because it really gives you a blank canvas to start with. Right, pink neck be gone. You're going to be yellow. Right, there you go, and I'm covered. I am nicely covered. You see that brown thing that I thought before was a bit of a... I had it checked out. This is so insane. I know this is on my scalp, but just to show you, like if I spot corrected that with this foundation, I could just completely get rid of it. See? Gone. That great big brown mark has gone. It's insane. Right, so that's Estée Lauder Maximum Cover. And I'm in the shade 3W2, which is quite yellow. But we're going to now put that right. And you know the trick that I have with that. And I'm hoping that I've got my NW powder. If not, I shall get it. I need either, I either need my NW powder or Charlotte Tilbury's #1. And I haven't got it. Silly me, silly me. Talk amongst yourselves again. I should have a commercial break, shouldn't I? You know, there should be something on YouTube you can put up for like commercial. You could press the adverts and say, I'll be right back on a live. That's what I should do. Be right back. I forgot my powder. Talk amongst yourselves. Have I missed any comments? You've never come across a foundation like it. No, Nina, it is as amazing as that. Definitely. Let me see if I can find my NW powder from MAC. You've all seen the Charlotte Tilbury one, and I'm trying to get away from that. Hold the line, caller. Your call is important to us. We will connect you soon. Oh, yeah, don't you just hate it when they say things like that? Your call is important to us. That's not the one. Come on. You're in here somewhere. There we go. NW25. I've actually got an NW20 somewhere, but we'll go with NW25 for now. So let's use another Real Techniques little powder brush. Now, so this is NW. So this is for cool undertones. But because this foundation is a little bit too yellow on me, if you look at my skin, obviously my skin's always paler. But can you see there's more pink? And I'm coming across more yellow than I actually am. Okay? So now we take an NW, which has got pink in it. And we use that. I could even use an NW20, but I can't find my NW20. So let's just put some pink back in my skin by using the opposite of a powder for a warm undertone and use a powder for a cool undertone. And you will see the pink. I'm just going to do this side. You will see the pink come back into my complexion. This is my favourite hack that I completely pinched off Sam Chapman. See the pink return? I'm doing it more than I would normally do, just to really highlight the difference. It's subtle. But you see the yellow's gone? I just want to make it obvious before I move on. Let's do down here, this side as well. I'm putting loads of powder on now. But I'm putting it on with a fluffy brush, so it doesn't matter. Pink. A bit more pink in my complexion. Yellow in my complexion. Does that come across on camera? Yes or no? Yeah, good. So that's what you do. So if you want, thank you, Nina. If you want to get, hello, Pam's opinion. So if you've got a foundation that is too yellow for you, it's the right shade, but it's looking a bit yellow for your complexion and you're not quite that warm, then get yourself an NW powder. This is NW25. I could really get an NW20 and it would look even better. Because the thing is, even though I'm NC35 in foundation, when you go to the NWs, they're darker. Okay, so it's not a matter of if you're NC35 in MAC, which is what I am, and you want to counteract it with a cooler powder, you don't go to NW35. It would be way too dark. So you've got to go a lot further down. So this is NW25. And I could also get away with NW20. So go down in number and the opposite, NW, not NC. And if you need any help with doing it on your skin tone, just message me and we'll work it out together. Right, my complexion is back looking a bit more pink and flawless. Look, that brown spot's completely disappeared. I think I shall get into using this in the next, until I get my skincare back up and running. I think I'm going to use this foundation for the next week or so. Right, now, so the theme of this today is makeup that's still quite new, some of it, but I haven't used it yet because we've been bombarded with new products and new Charlotte Tilbury. So a lot of it is not going to be Charlotte Tilbury. Now, one of the things that I got was from MAC, and it was in this set that you bought, you know, it was a gift with purchase. And I really like this eyeshadow, and I've not got round to using it. So this is going on my eyes. Now, this is called Nude Model Frost. So this is going to go on my mobile lid. But before I put that on, I am going to do another demo. I did bring it here. Where are you? Where are you? You know, you could definitely do a takeoff of me doing my live. It's like, oh yes, I bought it out. Where have I put it? Why do I do it every time? You could do a caricature of me. I get stuff ready and I put them down and then think, ah, there it is. See, in a logical place. The other great thing about this foundation, by the way, is that my eye has started watering already. Can you see? But this will not run as quickly. Now I'm going to put nude cashmere on as a base for my eyeshadow. I'm just going to use it as an eyeshadow base, and I'm putting it on with my fingers. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Eyes to Mesmerise in Nude Cashmere. And it makes a fantastic base for your eye makeup. And if you find that you get quite a bit of discoloration on your eyes, it's very good. The other thing it's good for is if you're going to use, like me, say you're going to use you've got a warm undertone, but you're going to use a cool toned colour. And you know it's going to look different. Like if I put on a cobalt blue, it never looks cobalt blue on my eyes because I've got this warm undertone behind it, which makes it start looking green. So this will help to kind of give you the blank canvas on your eyes. So that's nude cashmere. That's been very well used since it came out. I love it. Now, hello Terry. Have you seen the Pat McGrath? Hello Rachel. The Pat McGrath makeup on the model on the cover of May Vogue. Really gorgeous. I haven't. I'll have to have a look at that now. Oh, Andrea. Hello, Andrea. Andrea M says, amazing hack. Thank you, Andrea. Is there anyone else that I've missed? Music. Oh, you're talking about being on the call. Right, so I'm going to use this. and it's called Nude Model, and it was a gift with purchase from MAC when I bought the I think it was when I bought the artistry palette, the one that's got all the different colors in it, and I got this free. And I remember trying it on my hand and thinking, oh, that's a nice color. She is feeling better. She's home from hospital now. Thank you, Terry. Hello, Shahina. And I've just not got round to using it. So I'm going to put that on with my fingers as well, because I think this is a lovely colour. And I just haven't got round to using it. And how many times do you get a free gift with purchase and you never get round to using it? That's a nice colour. That is a very nice colour indeed. We're building it up. Now, in order to kind of, obviously that colour on its own, I knew was not going to be something that I really wanted to have just on its own. So I also brought out with me my purple palette. Not my purple and teal palette, but my purple palette that I made up myself. And these are the cool purples. Because although this is a warm purple I've got on my head, this is a cool purple that I've got here. So I've got this one here that I made up by MAC. And it is, it's got 4 colours in it that I made up myself. Sweet Lust, Beautiful Iris, Indian Ink, and Parfait Amour. And excuse me while I go off camera and just give my nose a wipe because this eye is watering. Right. And I'm going to use my Sonia G brush. I still got to get more Sonia G brushes. You ordered the Brow Trio. I ordered a new foundation and I ordered the Tarte Sea Breezy palette. My husband is going to kill me. Pam, we've all been there. My other half doesn't kill me. He wouldn't dare tell me how to spend my money. But I do. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to me. Is like when parcels arrive at the door, I try and hide them. I say, oh no, that thing, I've had it for ages. Or is that a new top? No, I bought this 2 years ago. But tell me something, Pam's opinion. You don't have to tell me this. But I'm not prying. But does your husband like to go out to the pub at night? Does he like to go and play squash? Has he got a pastime that he really likes? It's the same thing. I'm going to put this Beautiful Iris. My other half likes to have a pint after work, or 2 or 3. And they're not cheap. When you add up the cost of that over the week. You thought you were the only one that did that, what? That hid your parcels? Right. Ali Pally's hands up who tries to hide your parcels when they arrive in the post with makeup in them. Oh, yeah, definitely during lockdown when other halves were at home. Who tries to either hide it or pretend that you've had it for ages? Come on, ladies, hands up. You're not the only one here. And it's not just... There we go. Rachel's hands up. Anyone else? Any advance on Rachel? You've never hidden a parcel. Well done, Shahina. Your partner has so many T-Rex Mark Bolan memorabilia items he would never dare tell me of. Neither would mine, but I still hide them. You put yours away before anyone sees it. There you go, Terry. He wouldn't dare tell me what to do with my money, but I still hide them. Maria, there we go. So, Shahina, you're the odd one out. You're the odd one out for not hiding your parcels. So you're in the majority. You hide yours in your dressing room. A while ago, I did have an idea that I was going to rename my channel Makeup Addicts Anonymous. But it was just a joke. And actually, I like Ali M's beauty now. So now I'm going to get this here. And I'm going to put that on the centre of my lid. And this one is called Sweet Lust. My husband is a good man. He's just nosy. He always wants to see what's in the box. Exactly. And sometimes the one thing that I am relieved about is that my other half doesn't have a clue how much these things cost. And again, not because he would dare tell me off. He wouldn't. He's never been like that. But I think he's blissfully unaware of how much things are. I remember when he went to Charlotte Tilbury to get me a Christmas present. It's like, oh, I'll get you that. And then well, no, I'll put some towards it. It's blah, blah. And he was like, what? I think a lot of men think that lipsticks cost about £5. Because to them, that's how much they should cost. I'm sorry, I'm being very stereotypical here. You do most of your bath care, skincare online. I'm being very stereotypical, and there are men that use makeup, and there are men that are very different. You know, you know, there are different things. So I'm not, if you're a man watching this, I'm really sorry if this offends you and you're not like that at all. Because I know I've got some really good friends who are makeup artists and men. And of course, they're not like that at all. They know exactly how much makeup costs. And use it all the time. But I'm talking about my other half. And so there is my makeup look. Hang on, let me just, I'm so busy enjoying chatting. Let me put a bit of, what's this one? Parfait Amour. You see, I like these, and I've got a lilac-y one here as well. I love it. How can I incorporate these? Somehow. Let's make it slightly cooler. Your son uses face products. I bought Jack a set of skincare for his teenage skin, and he looked at the box. I got him cleanser, moisturiser. He's like, Mum, do you honestly think I'm going to use that? And I said, in the end, I just said to him, just use the wipes. Please use the wipes. Because he was getting spotty skin and he needed a bit of cleansing. So just use the wipes. Even if you don't use anything else, just please use the wipes. So he's got the wipes in his room that are impregnated with stuff. But the rest of it's still sitting in a box. And I'll give it away to someone. Or sell it. I like that. That's beautiful iris. Just wanted to make it a little bit cooler. So there's a bit of warm pink from the MAC. And then there's a bit of the cooler one. I like that. And this one is just quite similar. I'm going to just stick some of that at the end. This one is Parfait Amour. There we are. Now, the other thing that I'm going to get onto using in a minute, which I was given for Christmas by my niece, and I just haven't got round to using it that much, and yet I love it. And it's pink, but it's a warmer pink. It's a peachy pink, so it will work with the purple. But it's this unwrapped orgasm. So it is Orgasm and Orgasm X. I've just chucked my glasses on the floor. Thankfully they haven't broken. By Nars. So I'm going to use that in a minute. You can see it's still got the silly plastic thing inside. I used it a couple of times and then... So I'm going to make a big thing about using makeup that I haven't got round to using. I think we all feel like we need to do that. And I've got a nice mascara in here that is still new enough to use, but I haven't used it enough. Now, it's not in there. In there is my lipstick that I want to use. It is in here. False Lashes Maximiser and False Lashes. No, in Extreme Dimension. So this is the primer that gives you insane thick lashes. I tell you what, I'm not going to put liner on at the moment. I'll leave that till the end because it's going to start my eyes watering. Now this combo from MAC is good if you want to really get the look of false lashes, but you don't want to put false lashes on. And then in Extreme Dimension, and I know Nina got this little set as well, I think. Didn't you, Nina? What's Rachel just said? I missed it. I've seen the giggles. Right. One time I took the item out of the box but left the box outside. My partner came in and said, "You won't believe this. I think someone's stolen your delivery," and took the item and left the box. That's funny. I think it's undergarments when I get a box, like Victoria's Secret stuff, and my boxes are far from it. Oh, he thinks it's undergarments. Maria says he loves her Trini London products. Let's talk about something else. I don't think I've got an answer to this, but I'm going to ask you guys because I'm intrigued. Because Maria's just got me onto the subject. What products do you own that your other half secretly pinches? I'm trying to think whether my other half secretly pinches anything of mine. Ah, my sunscreen. Yeah, he doesn't secretly pinch it. But every now and again, where's your sunscreen? Your posh toothpaste. And if you don't have another half, then maybe your sister or your mother. I don't want you excluded from the conversation. My sister comes and tries out all the new Charlotte Tilbury and decides whether she wants to buy it. She knows if there's a new product launch, she'll try it out from me and then decide. And she's bought nude cashmere. She loves it. They go very big lashes. Not the pound one, the one that costs £8. Oh, your Push toothpaste. And your sunscreen too. He's bald, so my shampoo and conditioner are safe. That's funny. Right. Now, I'm going to use this because I only use this for one look. This was the Diwali set. But it's actually a very skin-like colour. And I'm about to use... It doesn't match the lipstick I'm going to use, but it will work as a nice liner. Because it just accentuates my natural line. It looks natural. But owns it after you buy it. What's this? That's the longest and fullest you've seen my lashes. Well, Nina, that is the MAC mascara that you got in that set. But it's also using their Maximiser eyelash primer. So Rachel says lipstick and mascara. She won't buy it, but owns after I bought it. You get asked for skincare and body cream, Shahina. Your husband uses your lotion, Pam's opinion. Your body wash, your deodorant sometimes, your razor, your shampoo and your hairspray. That's a lot. So you definitely don't need to hide your boxes. Just say, I'm refilling all the stuff that you've been using of mine. Now, do you see what I mean? Even though this is not going to match at all, the lipstick that I'm about to put on. It just adds to the definition of the line of my lips. And I need to get out this habit of doing a really accentuated line up here. Because if you actually just draw across like that, you can make your top lip look thicker. Now, the other bag. Where's that other bag? This lipstick I bought recently. And I tried it on once. And again, just haven't got round to wearing it again. But I love it. Can you see me going like this? You know it's going to be a bright one, don't you, girls? You know it's going to be a bright one. Because the way I'm looking. This is called Breathing Fire by MAC. And I got a little mini one. Because it comes in the mini MAC. Oh, you've seen the colour now. Your son borrows everything and he has long hair. He's 6'3" and built like a brick. So there's plenty of him to use up my products. The only thing that drives me nuts, that they actually use, my other half and Jack use men's shower gel. And I actually like men. If anything, I'm going to nick their shower gel. They're not going to nick mine. The only one I think Jack likes is my the Aldi dupe of the Joe Malone English Pear and Freesia. He loves that. He said he loves the smell and could I get more? And of course they've stopped doing it. So at some point I might get him the Joe Malone one. The thing that drives me nuts is that they finish a shower gel and they just leave the empty bottles lined up. Anyway, I drive them nuts as well with a lot of my little foibles, by the way. But it's my channel and they don't speak on here, so that's tough, isn't it? Breathing fire. I actually think men's body wash is more scented than women's. And I do like those, some of the kind of, the more gender neutral scents anyway. Or unisex, whatever you want to call them. Breathing fire. I know it's a bit bright, but I love bright. Now let's try this Nars Orgasm. An Orgasm X. I still wonder, you know, how Charlotte Tilbury got away with all that nude gasm and pink gasm and this gasm and that gasm. Because it was so obviously taking the name from Nars Orgasm that I wonder how she got away with it. And then she got that idea and then she absolutely hammered it until she'd run out of gasms to say, really, didn't she? That everything was gasm. Gold gasm, pink gasm, nude gasm. Right, I'm going to use this. Which one? Let me try. I'm going to try just the original first. And I'm using a really thick brush. Yeah, I like that. I don't want to go too pink. She ran out of gasms. She did. I'm surprised she didn't bring one out that's mascara gasm. Or Charlotte gasm. Tilbury gasm. Bronze gasm. She just, everything became gasms. Now, you know what? This isn't a bronzer. But I just naturally wanted to do that with this. Because it just gives you that lovely natural. I want to use it as a bronzer because it doesn't look too much like a blush. It's somewhere between a bronzer and a blush. Lovely. Now, just so that you can see this one, but I'm going to go easy on this. This is going to be beautiful when we finally get spring. Do you think we'll ever get it? It's a lovely corally pink. Orgasm X. Now, I'm going to put it on with this thick brush still, but I'm just going to pop this in the centre of my cheeks. Just a little bit. That'll do. Freezing today. You got the heating on. I know, I've had the heating on and I keep thinking I need to turn it off. What with all these energy prices going through the roof. Brows. Let's do me brows. And then I'm just going to have a chat to you all while I'm doing my brows. I'm going to use this to brush them up. I actually got round to giving them a trim this week. And this one, look. There's no hair there anymore, just my little doodah. What's it? Just giving them a nice brush up. And then I'm going to use my Avon. I don't think there's anything new in here to do with brows. Oh, I know what I'm going to use. No, I'm going to use this. I found, my sister said to me when she was in hospital, have you got a spare something for my brows? Because I need to do my brows in hospital. It's making me look really ill, not having my brows done. So I had this box where I put all my brow stuff in, and I found a spare. She loves the algae one and gave her that. But I also found this, and I thought, I got this set from Benefit, and it was a load of brow products, and one of them that I've not used really at all, the Foolproof brow powder. So as this is all about things that I haven't used, I'm going to use it to the point that it's got this little brush and it's still got the doodah what sits on it. I use the other products in the set, but not this. Oh, it's like a sponge applicator. And it's got this lighter side and then the darker side. So it shows you where you're supposed to put both. So let's give this a try. See what we think of this. And this is in the shade, don't know, but it was I know I got, oh, there we go, 5. So I need to put this bit now on the inner side. I don't normally use brow powder. You used to love Avon. I haven't bought it in ages. Got cozy socks and fluffy dressing gown on. Oh, do you know what? I normally, after my live, I get my cozy stuff back on. I don't like always appearing in all my raggedy stuff because it doesn't give a great impression. I know you guys don't mind, but it is supposed to be a beauty channel, so I like to make an effort. But I do like sitting in my cozy stuff as well. Right, I'm just doing the inner side first of both brows with this slightly lighter shade. It's quite nice. It looks quite natural. And then the darker shade for the tail. Now, you know the trick, don't you? I'm going to repeat it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. So when one of these brows, I think it's, I can't remember now, I think it's this one, ends short from being over plucked. And this definitely ends short of where it should be. Now, if you've got very few brows and you're painting them in, you can check it. Now, most of you've seen this hack, but so you could go to sleep for a minute. But if you haven't seen it, here is the hack. So you get your brow pencil or brush or whatever, and you take your pencil to the bottom of your nose in a straight line, and that is where your brow should start. Okay? And as you can see on that side, that's where it does start. If I take it on that side, you can see it's it's a bit short of where it should be. Okay? So I actually need to draw in a bit there. Then you take your brush and you turn it so that the brush is drawing a line through your pupil as you look straight ahead. And that is where your arch should be. Okay, that's where you should have your little arch, just there. So you do it this side, you take your brush, you look straight ahead and you draw a line through the center of your pupil, and that is where your arch should be. And then when you come into the end, where do I stop my brow? You again take your brush and you turn it so that it gets to where this line ends, where the eyelid ends. Okay, so you turn it so that you got bottom of your nose, end of the thing. That's where, see, it's a tiny little bit short. And then let's do it again here, this side. Draw a line from the bottom of your nose to where that eye ends, and you can see again just a little bit short, but it's more that side, it ends short. Oh, bye Shahina. I hope that was helpful for some. Probably a few of you have seen that, but you never know. Hello Clara. Hello, Clara. Good morning to you. It's afternoon here, but good morning. I think that's a tip that a lot of people have heard, and it's very difficult sometimes to judge, Rebecca, because like the other week when I started talking about the difference between bronzer and a sculptor, it was a question put to me by someone in the group privately, but I thought actually I was going to bore everyone, and suddenly I got loads of comments afterwards saying that was really helpful, and you forget what people don't know, so it's worth actually repeating things that you think are quite well known, because sometimes people just don't know. So anyway, that's my, now as you can remember that this ended a little bit, I need to draw that bit in. It's not as easy to do this with powder as it is with a pencil, to be quite honest. And that one was a little bit short of the mark as well. And then we got to put in our little arches. Again, it's not really easy to do that with powder. But that's my look using makeup that I haven't used for a while. Now, before I go, now I'm going to add it into my final look that I'm going to put on Instagram and in the community. I'm going to get myself a nice contrasting colour, and I'm going to put it in the waterline, which is what they call a drop shadow. And I'll probably pick something like this, something a bit tealy, or yeah, something like this that is a bit of a teal as a contrast to just make the eyes pop. And I'll post a picture on the community and on Instagram. But that is my look. And I will also later on, please check out the description bar later on this evening or later on today if you're in the States, and I'll put in all the products that I used for this look. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Love you. Mwah.